You're already recording.
Oh, okay. Grab the green composition book. Go to where it says gas pressure PSI, right here. You want to look at this gauge right here on the inside, which is the PSI. And the ticks are in hundreds, so you can figure that out. Then you put it right there in this column. And the next column.
This is going to make someone vomit. Probably me.
In the next column, you're going to have. The next column is going to be low vacuum pressure. And you're going to go to. You're going to go to LVAC over here on the right in your real-time analysis window, which is right here. You're going to click on that, which will bring this page up right here. And it's going to be 2.4. And you write that right there. And then from here, once you bring up the real-time analysis application from the desktop, the method that you're going to be using can be found in GCMS Solution, Data, Hyatt, Victor Kuzma, Bradley Trotter. Click on that, and then you're going to see Method Drug Detection. You're going to double click that, and what that does, this brings up all the parameters for the method that you will be using for your two standard samples. You can see all the nuts and bolts about it. There's the GC, all the oven temps, how long you hold it, the rate increase, all that good stuff. You know, what it starts at out, the temperature of the injection. Then you go to the mass spec stuff, and this is just saying how hot it is when the ion source hits the sample once it comes off the GC. And the interface temp is just how hot it is in that line between the GC and the mass spec. Once you get done with your method and everything, you go to your batch table. And what you're going to want to do is go to here to open, the little open folder. Oh, wrong. You go to new to create a new one. And what you're going to do is your two samples that you make, you're going to go to the auto sampler. Anywhere where it doesn't say Matthews, put your two vials of your sample in any of those holes. Just know where your vial is. And it's going to be as easy as clicking on that one and going, okay, my ibuprofen is in vial 15. The sample name, I always do the name of what you're using and the concentration that it's at. So you're going to use 0.25 molar ibuprofen. And then sample ID, I always do vial 15. Again, this just shows you where this just makes it easier for you when you make when the file comes up. Alright, and then your method file, this is literally just showing you, this is just telling the system what method you're using for this batch table. So you go to method file, this already has VKBD pulled up, but if not, it's literally just GCMS spec solution, data, Hyatt, VKBD. That's going to bring up method drug detection file, boom. If you want to, this just makes it easier, fill down, so you right click on the method file, and you fill down. That just makes your next one have the same method file. And then again, you'll do 16 for your acetaminophen at 0.015 molar. It's in vial 16. I cannot spell. Vial 16. Well, vial 15 has two eyes. And then you go, your method's already done. Then you come to data file. And all this just shows how it's going to be set up once it's done, where your data file actually goes. So you right click on your data file, go to settings, come over to data file name, and it's usually unchecked, so just check it. And this just shows, you know, your selected items is the sample name, your sample ID, and your batch start date. So these two are from this, and the batch start date is that actual date that you did at the time. And then you want to hit OK, and this makes it yellow, which is literally just confirmation that it worked. And And then because this one is just, for some reason, when you click the last one, it pops up another one. You gotta right click on that and delete the row. And then once the method file is uploaded, which it is, from this right here, you go over here to start, boom, the auto sampler will start doing this boop, 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 boop thing, and then it'll start going. And while it's doing that, and especially after it finishes, you can minimize that and go to GCMS spec post-run analysis. I think this has somebody else's pulled up already, but cool, it doesn't. So you can go to, let's just pick a random one. You can go here and you just literally click on it, and this is your chromatogram. Gram? Is it gram? Chromatogram. And you can, all you do is literally click it, open a box around it, show the peak, and you can click right in the middle of that peak, and that will show you the mass spectrum on the bottom for the scan in the middle of that peak. And to do that for both the Tylenol and the ibuprofen, get your mass specs for both, and you're going to come to this and go to the only data file that's going to be available to you, which again is in the same GCMS spec solution data Hyatt VKBD file. You're going to open that, and that's going to bring up the only thing we're giving you, which is the sample taken from the lab coat from the murder. Then you're going to go through this and just find the Tylenol, find the Tylenol and the ibuprofen, comparing mass specs and retention times, and then we're going to give you the mass spec of cocaine, which is right here, which is to the left of the computer, and then you're going to make a fragment table and make that happen. And go over fragment tables real quick. It's literally go to go right here, right click, fragment table, and this is a bunch of random fragments right here, and you can just click the ones that you may or may not need, and then hit OK. And that's it. Thank you for watching.